Pick up another Honda Spree. Next day after picking up the Raz. She runs. All right, so next day after picking up the Raz, like 3 hours away, 6-hour drive, I went ahead and went 10 minutes away from my brother to pick up this Spree for $200. It runs, it just needs a fuel filter, gas tank clean and line clean, and it should be straight to go. So yeah, we're gonna see what this thing looks like when we get home. I went around it a little bit while we were there. So yeah, let's just bust it home real quick. I kicked over the Spree first try. I'm just gonna let it sit here and idle because as soon as you start giving it throttle, it dies. So maybe the fuel just needs to be kind of cleaned out. Regardless, it's gonna have to be cleaned. It sounds like it's dying now. Yeah, so it's probably gummed up. Yeah, kick it now with no throttle. Keep doing it. Little throttle. Keep going, you're good. So we had a really rough time trying to get the Raz started last night, but it did get started, and now today I did drive it around. This thing is giving us a little bit of a problem getting started. When we went to go buy it, it started perfectly fine. It just didn't want to drive, and now it's kind of rough trying to start, but that's okay. We'll figure it out, I'm sure. Having him drive my Aero around. Putting the spark plugs in the scoots. We got the part number right here, BPR6HS for the Raz and for the Spree. So we went ahead and threw the Sprees in, and we also got these little fuel filters for them. That is an inline one, so all you do is snip the hose going from the fuel tank straight to the petcock and throw that in. And we should be good on fuel and spark, so hopefully these things will start. So we have the Honda Spree's carburetor inside the ultrasonic cleaner, and we're gonna see if that will help it get started. If not, we have another carburetor that we already have in a cart right now to order. So we'll just do that and throw a new carb in it, and hopefully it'll just run. Travis's first ride on his Spree.
Faster after I drove it for a while.
Alright, so we have the Spree's airbox, but since the previous owner put these fat ass tires on here, we can't fit the cowl for the tire on there, so this either needs to be like stretched or cut. So we decided that we're just gonna go ahead and cut it right where it meets, like where the airbox starts, and then if we have to, we'll heat this up and stretch it a little bit to go around the tire. But we're just gonna have to keep chopping away and see what happens. All right, so I went ahead and just cut the Spree airbox in half here. I took off the fender liner portion, so that way this can kind of hopefully fit right over the tire. If not, then I'm gonna have to cut this other section on the other side off, and then it really should fit. But let's slap this in there and see what we got. All right, so the Spree is idling, and it just ran with the new airbox. I have it zip tied up a little bit so it doesn't drag on the tire. I'm gonna go take it for a quick spin. So the spree is pretty much done. He just wants to go ahead and paint this at some point, and then we just need to replace the carb because that's still leaking a little bit. But other than that, the spree is good. All right, another little mod to the spree. We're gonna go ahead and change the LEDs in this. First, we got to get these little Phillips head screws out. We had to pop the bottom of the head of the cluster down so that way we could get to the bolts under here. And then I believe it's just one more and it should just come out. All right, so now it is bare. We got the floor out, these panels out, and the whole head cluster out. And now we're just gonna flip that upside down and look at the bulbs. All right, so I misjudged. I didn't even have to flip it upside down. The bulb is right there. This one is a little bit different than the other ones that I've been changing for my homies and me. We have T10s. This one is a T5, but I do still have blue LEDs on this, so we'll swap that over real quick. All right, so we got it cranked over and on, so we got the LED working. And in the dark, it looks pretty cool. Just messing around with some cardboard and tape. Made the JDM head unit, dude. That's sick. That looks way better like that. This one.
Oh, I didn't even pull that off. I didn't even
It probably came off when you pulled the other one.
Okay, well that has nothing in it, so that's good.
And then
This was kind of loose already.
that's probably not good. That's probably why it was leaking too. Is there a nut on the other side of that one?
No.
Okay. I think we put a nut on the other side. Yeah, we have one nut on the other side of the other one. That's good. And just pop the carb off. Yep. And then just keep it steady. Take those two out. All right, so we have the new carb on the spree, and now it runs and idles perfectly. It gets up to speed a little bit quicker, so I'm assuming that the old one was kind of clogged up, but that'll about do it for the spree. We're just going ahead and throwing the plastics back on for this. All right, so part 2 with the spree, we're gonna go ahead and paint this thing. Travis chose to pick the color green. This green's pretty cool. That one there. And then maybe we'll get a little bit of accent of this type of green. It's a little bit yellowish. So here's a before, and we'll see how after looks.
This one looks shinier. This is the one with the hole in it?
I don't know.
No. Yeah, it is. Damn. That's the key. That's why.
All right, so we have the panels painted pretty good. We're gonna go over them one more time and then paint some other panels as well. All right, so he wanted the floorboard and the front bezel to be silver. So we're gonna go ahead and do that for him real quick. And he's gonna go ahead and sand up the front wheel art. So that way we can paint that green as well. We're just gonna give this a light coat and see how it turns out. Yeah, dude. Now we can go ahead and paint that light green in there and see how that looks. Dude, this is looking sick. All right, so the spree is pretty much fully painted here. Got the lime and the green. The speed cola, dude. We just gotta hit this here with some darker green, and then we'll pretty much be done with this, and then it's decal time. Dang, so we got the spree out in the sunlight now. Things looking crazy, dude. Super bright, especially up against the 240. Wild. And he went ahead and just threw this fabric over the seat, mocked it up. It's not stapled in or glued or nothing, but it looks pretty cool. That'll about call it for painting the spree. Congrats, Travis, to your beautiful looking spree. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Peace.